Sari42, thank you for following.
I'm...
We've been experiencing trying to work out some kinks. This is only our third stream, so we've got
We're experiencing some audio issues at the moment.
Been having issues with audio and. Okay.
Still nothing. I can't even hear the game myself now anymore.
No. See, it's registering footprints. It's just we have we have the volume turned down so freaking low at this point.
Oh, can we turn it back up then? So. No. You think you heard footsteps. Okay.
Can you hear it? Can you hear the game now?
I can hear some music now.
Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Okay, how did that sound?
Yeah, did that cutscene come in clear?
Yes, her top is very impractical. It's part of her look.
Yeah, it's her aesthetic, impracticality. And the fact that her skirt is just a bunch of leather strips over pants. Alright, Aber says that sounded good.
Okay. Alright, maybe we should turn up the desktop audio just a little bit more.
I literally just put it back to where it was before we started messing with the audio.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't know, I just don't want to have my ears blasted again when we go back into battle, because the music when the battle hits...
I don't know why there's such a disparity between the battle music and the rest of the gameplay.
Insane.
It is pretty crazy. Just get to the point. What did you want to talk about, Alistair? You have been very quiet, Alistair. Or leave him alone, Morrigan.
What did you want to talk about?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I'll figure it out. Let's just get going. We should try and use these treaties, I assume. We need to hear some news before we can decide. Or you have some thoughts on that point, Alistair?
You have some thoughts on that?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yes, I have. No, not yet. Or what do you mean?
No, we have not looked at them.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I'll figure it out as we go. Then we need to find these people. Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens? Why are you leaving it up to me? What do you think we should do, Morrigan? I'm not sure any of this is a good idea.
Let's ask Morrigan what she thinks we should do.
What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Aber says you should get an Annika art version of that costume next sketch booth. Annika dressed as Morrigan. That'd be pretty amazing.
That would be pretty funny. Actually, I already have art of Annika dressed up in the Kunari armor from Inquisition.
Okay. Next dialogue option.
Okay. Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens? We're baby Grey Wardens. We don't know what we're doing.
It's true, we've only just recently submitted to the Taint.
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
It's a bit of a walk, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of a walk. Then we should find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
Where do we find Earl?
Where do we find Arl Eben?
Yeah.
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
How do we find the Dalish elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully, they will still be there.
Might as well ask all the questions.
Might as well. I mean, that's the point of an RPG, with branching dialogue.
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
I mean, we are dressed like Grey Wardens, and I'm a city elf out of the alienage, so...
We're not suspicious.
We're not be suspicious. We're
not
not suspicious. I don't need any more directions.
Then you have a plan.
No, I have no plan, man.
I'm ready to get going. Why are you leaving it up to me?
I legitimately want to know, because Alistair's been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
It's true, Alistair does technically outrank us.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Ready to get going, or I'm not sure any of this is a good idea.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
All right. Chicken.
See, so this is Lothering?
Outfront? Yes, we are just outside Lothering.
Okay.
Bit of a refugee camp going on here.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Another reason why I love BioWare games is the party banter. Alright, now that I've taken everything I can from the refugees,
Did you take the chicken?
I did not take the chicken. Can I talk to this guy?
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
I should go. I'm not just an elf, I'm a Grey Warden. You have something against elves? I didn't wander anywhere, thank you. I have some questions.
You have something against elves?
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
I should go. Intimidate. I could make trouble for you, human. Is that what you want? Or I have some questions.
Intimidate!
No. Beg pardon and all. I should mind my manners.
I have some questions, or much better. Now I'll go.
Oh, okay. So this goes back to our first stream. The elf. We chose the city elf origin. And since then, because that origin was so dark and terrible, we are just mean to humans whenever we get the chance to be mean to them.
Because we went around getting called a wench a lot.
Yeah. For no
Also-
reason.
Also, kidnapped, knocked out, other things happened to our cousin.
It was just bad times all around.
Our fiance was beheaded.
Yeah.
It was a bad time.
Yeah.
Do we want to ask this guy questions, or do we want to just go now that we've put him in his place?
No, let's go.
Don't let me stop you.
Away!
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
Is it just me, or does he kind of sound like Fenris?
A little bit?
I wonder if it's the same actor. Wouldn't surprise me if he did additional voices in this one.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I was looking for some news, actually. Do you know about the bandits outside the village? I'll go where I want.
What do you mean this isn't a safe place?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'll be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Thanks for the warning. Are you keeping me from going in? Can I ask a few questions? Out of my way.
Out of my way, human! Thank you for the warning? I don't know.
Best of luck wherever you might go.
Wait, question. Is that Templar armor? Is that one of the mods you downloaded?
Yes, it is. The armor being worn by this Templar here, as well as the armor being worn by our 2 Grey Wardens, are from a couple of mods that I downloaded from the website Nexus Mods. I'm running this with a lot of modifications that I got from there, mostly to up-res the textures and improve lore-friendly continuity from game to game.
And this game is like over 10 years old.
Yes, this game is over 10 years old, so I also downloaded a bunch of bug fixes to help with things running smoothly, to make things look more aesthetically pleasing. I also downloaded a mod that makes the elves look more elfy. Otherwise, they look exactly like shorter humans with slightly pointed ears. Alright. Let's continue our way into
look how they
town.
moan and wail and gnash their teeth. It is sad to watch how helplessly they scurry about.
It sure is, Morrigan.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Solve this yourselves. I'm not getting involved. Why would I want to help you? Get rid of the tiny part and I'll consider it. Is your profiteering ruffling some feathers?
Is your profiteering ruffling some feathers?
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
This is the world libertarians want. Not interested? Can you beat that offer, sister? Agreed. Those of you not here to do business, leave now. Or you don't think you're being unscrupulous?
You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I mean, we have swords.
We do have swords. And they're sharp.
Solve this yourselves. Fair enough. Time to go, priest. Persuade. I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no? Intimidate. Lower your prices or lose your goods. Then go, if that's what you wish.
Let's persuade.
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Alright, now let's see if I can get into this barrel I
Very
was
well.
trying to open. That chest literally was locked for one piece of elf fruit.
Why? You could.
That's some valuable elf fruit.
It is begun.
Bandits everywhere.
Didn't we just take care of the bandits?
As transcribed on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith, know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep woods. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, lest you wind up another victim to these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our hour of need. Let's accept. Alright. And that is the first job board in the game. Let's see, over here is the chantry. Otherwise, we can cross this bridge.
I don't like this.
Can head deeper into town, walk, and see what we can find.
I don't know what to do.
Lothering is your fairly typical first starting out adventurer small village. Like, for instance, we've got this little boy right here who's crying for his mother.
Have you seen my mother?
Beat it. That depends. Who is your mother? You poor thing. Did you and your mother get separated? Or yes, I have. She's over there somewhere. Should we be mean or nice to this child?
Oh, let's be nice.
Okay. You poor thing. Did you and your mother get separated?
Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Aber is disappointed we weren't mean.
Oh.
Let's see. Yes, well, good luck with that. Do you know where your father is? Come with me, I'll help you look for your mother, or I don't think she's coming, child.
What happened to the guy, this little boy's father?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Ooh.
Well.
You might be an orphan kid.
Yeah, yes, well, good luck with that. Come with me, I'll help you look for your mother, or I don't think she's coming back, child.
Come with me.
Come with me if you want to live.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
I mean, she's not entirely wrong. Go to the chantry, child. Someone will look after you. Here, take this silver. Buy something to eat. I don't think she's coming. Yes, well, good luck with that.
Go to the chantry, man.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf?
I'm also covered in blood. Papa be a corpse. Yeah, his dad is definitely dead, and so is his mom.
Okay, did my ears give it away?
Did my ears give it away?
Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
No, wait, come back. I'm definitely not nice.
I'm not a nice elf.
Dig through this rubble. this box.
It is begun.
Ooh, Golden Scythe 490 black. You can give that to somebody later.
What is that?
That, where'd it go? There it is. That is among the various gifts that you can give your party members in this game. Certain party members prefer certain gifts or types of gifts. And I happen to know exactly who to give the Golden Scythe 490 black to. Alright. Do we want to cross the bridge or do we want to check out the chantry?
Let's go to the chantry.
Alright.
Will we meet Liliana there?
No.
No. No.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This woman bears their evil stench. Can't you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Well, at least he didn't call me a wench.
It's true. That's par for the course right there. That things are looking up if we're not being called a wench at random. Ignore him, people. I know I intend to. Why don't you keep your voice down? Is no one going to shut this madman up? Watch where you throw accusations, fool.
Is no one going to shut him up?
Be my guest. I've no urge to try out that axe of his.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. Darkness swallowed the marshes whole. This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us.
You waste my time. Continue ranting if you must. That's enough. This ends now. You poor man, what happened to you? Don't be a fool. Darkspawn can be defeated.
That's enough.
That's enough. This ends now.
No! Do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
That's right. No hope for any of you fools. Persuade. There's always hope. Muster your courage. Get out of here, all of you. Get moving. Or maybe, maybe not. I couldn't care less.
Those are such great answers. They're all great, man.
Right? And the best thing is, they're not color-coded like they are in the later Dragon Age games.
I know, which makes me sad.
The tone is dependent entirely upon what the words are actually saying.
This is not a hopeful character. She has been through too much to be spouting hope speeches.
Okay, so no hope speech. So get out of here, all of you. Get moving, or maybe, maybe not. I couldn't care less. That's right, no hope for any of you fools.
Get out of here.
Why is this happening?
Darkspawn will feast on your living hearts. They will take your children.
Okay. Didn't see where he went, but okay.
Literally, everyone just ran off.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
Can we pet that dog?
No.
Aww.
But we can pet this dog.
He's a good dog.
He bounces around you, barking excitedly. Yeah, it defaults to he. It automatically. See, can you do something about this gory mess? Do you see anything interesting? Pet Kiba or leave Kiba alone.
Pet him.
He rolls around happily on his back.
Ah, so cute.
Oh, check this out. Can you do something about this gory mess? He barks happily. He licked you clean. But not Alistair or himself.
Have a good night, Aber. Have
Good night,
fun tomorrow.
Aber. Thanks for joining us. Yep. You calm down, Gwen. We're not going to bed yet. Gwen gets very upset whenever we say the GN words because she likes to go to bed.
And Gwen is
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
And Gwen is a herding dog. She's a Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
Yep, as you can see in our overlay.
So she very much likes to hurt us and make sure we're all in the same room together.
Yes, she hates when we separate. Let's see. If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left. Then I shall go. You're closed? Do I look like a refugee to you?
You're closed?
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Goodbye. Who's in charge of this Chantry? Did you know there were bandits on the highway? Have you heard any news?
Did you know about the bandits?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that.
Goodbye. Who's in charge of the Chantry, or have you heard any news?
Who is in charge of the Chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else. Make her watch over you.
Alright, heading inside. Alright. So this is the Chantry, the local church, and those of you who have played Dragon Age 2 might recognize a couple people on the right side of the screen there.
Wait.
Let's go say hello, shall we?
Yeah.
There's word of Darkspawn staggered, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has,
Apostate,
and I will
keep
not
your
back.
distance.
I have not come to attack you. Were that the case, we would already be fighting.
That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
Eveline!
We will be fine. We all will.
What did they do to your face?
What they did to their face is that this is a mod. She and Sir Wesley don't appear in the original vanilla game of Dragon Age Origins.
Oh.
So, this was a mod that I found on Nexus Mods, and this was the face morph the creator went with to try and recreate Aveline's face.
You can't recreate her face. It's too perfect already.
I know. Who are you?
I am Aveline Valen. This is my husband, Sir Wesley.
They also lifted some dialogue from Dragon Age 2 to give them some basic lines.
Yeah.
Are you with the refugees?
I was at Ostergar. We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn.
Damn right.
How did you two get here?
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostergar.
Pleased to meet you both. I wish you good luck.
Thank you. That is very kind.
Farewell. So yeah, just a fun little mod that I downloaded and installed to create a bit more continuity between Origins and Dragon Age 2.
See, when you said familiar faces, I thought it was going to be Bethany and Carver.
That was another mod that I could have downloaded, but I chose not to because it was honestly a lot more complicated. There were a lot more additional mods that I would have had to have downloaded and tested to make sure they didn't conflict with anything else to get to run correctly. So I just never did. Sir Donald?
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tairn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Those of you unfamiliar, Andraste is sort of the messianic figure in the Chantry religion here in the world of Dragon Age.
It's literally like take the story of Joan of Arc and make it into religion.
And merge it with Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much.
She is considered to be the bride of the Maker being the deity. Let's see, I should go. Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn? I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact. So your quest for the ashes brought you here? Tell me more about this urn of sacred ashes. Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
Yeah, might as well get that out of the way.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Is there a reward, perhaps? I'm sorry about your friend. I drove off the bandits that killed him.
I drove off the bandits.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Don't worry, I'm sure he won't be the last. Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn? I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon. So your quest of the ashes brought you here, or tell me more about this urn of sacred ashes.
We were hoping to meet the Earl, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The Earl of Redcliffe.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Terran Loghain, or I would prefer not to say.
I prefer not to say.
Whatever the reason, the Arl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Arl Eamon for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Shouldn't you be fleeing? So your quest brought you here, or tell me about the urn.
So your quest brought you here.
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
I want to spend my vacation at the library. See. I should go. Shouldn't you be fleeing? Or tell me about the urn.
Tell me more about this urn.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
No, I'm an elf.
I'd like to hear what you've learned. It simply seems like a waste of time. Perhaps I could help you.
I'd like to hear what you...
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
All right. Let's see, what else can we do?
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word dispelled fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven. And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise up.
It shall be done.
Then shall the Maker return to us, and then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven, and then shall the chant of light make it pure.
I shall do it.
Let all mankind be humble.
Don't need a key
Let
for that
all
cabinet,
repeat
apparently.
the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness.
Hey, it's the revered mother.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
I have nothing to offer. Who are you? What tithe is acceptable? Tithe to the Chantry? Are you joking?
Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
I have nothing to offer. What tithe is acceptable? Tithe? Are you kidding? Or perhaps I should go.
I don't... What is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
30 silver in this economy?
I'm sorry, but I only have 10 silver. Very well, 30 silver it is. I can offer 5 sovereigns. Perhaps I should go.
I don't know. Let's 10. I honestly don't know how much money we actually have.
1 out of 1 is a more generous gift than 10 out of thousands. What can I do for you then?
Nothing of importance. I am a Grey Warden. I need your help, or I was hoping to receive your blessing.
I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Logain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
Outlaws? What do you mean? What do I care for Logain's lies?
Outlaws.
Logain!
You have not heard. The Tairn claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the king's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
So, last time, at the Battle of Ostagar, when the Darkspawn attacked, our job was to light a signal fire that would signal Tairn Logain and his forces to back up the king, who were fighting the Darkspawn in a frontal assault. We succeeded in our mission, but instead of charging in and flanking the enemy, Tairn Logain took his army and walked away, like a dick. As a result, the king got killed, and now Tairn Logain has branded the Grey Wardens traitors, claiming that we're responsible for abandoning the king to his death.
And I think we're the only, Grey Wardens that survived the battle.
And we're the only Grey Wardens that survived the battle. So now there's a bounty on our heads. But that's not going to stop us from running around in our Grey Warden armor.
No. Why would that stop us?
Perhaps I should go. Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all? I was hoping to receive your blessing.
Can you provide any help at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village in Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else...
This was so worth the 10 silver, man.
We could still get her blessing.
So let's get the blessing.
For a Grey Warden? Yes. You have a difficult road to walk, don't you?
Damn right.
In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child.
Wow, even Morgan kneeled.
Watch over
I was
her
just
path,
thinking the
O
same
Maker.
thing.
Give
That's
her
surprising.
light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else,
perhaps I should...
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
I should go. Right, nothing else in this room. Alright.
Be forgiven.
Is that it for the chantry room?
Ooh, Sir Bryant.
Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
I am the Grey Warden Callian. You can call me Callian. Nobody of importance. Pardon me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm the Grey Warden Callian.
I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tairn Logain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
He kind of sounds like Hawk. Male Hawk.
I don't know.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing. I've heard the rumors, or you will say nothing about me. Is that clear?
I've heard the rumors.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
I should go. Are you in charge here? Is there any other help you can offer? About those bandits outside the village. Have you heard any recent news?
You heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Logain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
See, what do you mean? King Kaelin had no heir? Most people consider Tairn Logain a hero.
What do you mean no heir? Was he married?
None that we know of. Tairn Logain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
Yeah, the thing is, King Kaelin and Queen Anora were having trouble producing an heir together.
Uh-huh.
So, if I remember correctly, someone was making negotiations behind the scenes to try and convince King Kalen to divorce his wife, and then set him up with, I think, some noblewoman, or possibly even the Empress herself of Orlais.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait. But isn't one Empress
Celine?
Yeah, she'd be Empress during this time. And she was already... No, I'm trying to remember how old she is in, like, Inquisition. Because, yeah, this game spans over decades.
Well, this game spans a year. Dragon Age 2 spans a decade.
Yeah, I mean the franchise in general.
Yeah. I don't know how long after 2 Inquisition takes place.
I think it's like a few months.
Probably only a few months. Are you in charge?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Morgan's in the back like, yo!
It's me!
Templars are terrible at their job.
Oh my god.
It's my duty to root out unsanctioned mages. Meanwhile, they're talking to an unsanctioned mage.
Don't mind me.
See, and if I found an unsanctioned mage, how do Templars fight against magic? Where would I find the revered mother? Are you the only protection this village has? Tell me about something else.
Are you the only protection this village has?
Our ban was summoned by Tearn Logain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Let's see, how do Templars fight against mages?
We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so.
Yeah, you guys suck.
If the matter is important, certainly.
I have nothing else to ask.
No, unless there's something else you need.
Is there any help I can offer? Things seem very dire in the village. I need some information or I should go.
Things seem dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the Horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
See, I should go. I need some information. Is there any other help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Why, thank you. About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
Lie, they robbed me. I demand compensation. One less, I drove them off myself, or you need to watch the roads more carefully.
One less.
Indeed, they're gone.
It's true. I saw the bastard running for the hills myself.
That's an impressive feat indeed. Will you accept a small reward for your efforts?
Why, yes, I will.
You bet your ass I will. Certainly, thank you. Persuade, I could keep an eye out for trouble for the right pay. No need, your thanks is enough.
Give me the money.
If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Alright, let's go unlock this cabinet he gave me a key for.
Here are righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
And then...
Very well.
Ooh, health poultices.
Then shall the Maker return to us. And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven.
Back outside. Alright. Now let's cross this bridge.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
Yeah, me
You
too.
find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
I love them already.
Yup. Alright. Got 2 exclamation point people over here. Looking for Steph.
Okay.
Oh, her name is Allison.
Oh, that's funny.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps.
What do you need traps for? Sorry, I can't make traps, or I can't help you. Farewell.
Why does she need traps?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Why don't you just buy some? Barlin has poison traps on his land? Sorry, I can't make traps, or I can't help you. Farewell.
Does poison even work against Darkspawn?
That's a good question. I think so.
Ah, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Why don't you just buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Sorry, I can't make traps, or I can't help you. Farewell.
Can't help you.
I think if we take sorry, we can try to buy some traps elsewhere and bring them back before Lothering is destroyed.
Yeah, we can do that.
I didn't mean to bother you.
Spoiler.
Sorry.
Yeah, spoiler for a 10-year-old game.
A lean harvest and so many mouths.
Or maybe not.
Nope, that is minor side quest that we can't complete. Oh well.
How are you expected to complete it then? Like, if you didn't choose rogues, only rogues can make traps, right?
No. It's anyone can take the item creation skills.
Oh. But how would you even know you needed that? You would need that skill.
You wouldn't, and I've honestly never completed the "Can I please have some traps" side quest of this game because I've never taken the item creation skills. Also, I think I have something I can equip on the dog. Yes, War Paint of the Wolfhound.
Woo!
Plus 4 damage versus beasts. And look, now he's got some war paint on.
He's so cute.
He's all stripey. Elder Miriam.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Someone needs to take care of you.
What's going on here? Well, what? You think I'm a refugee? Actually, I was more hoping I could help you. Never mind, farewell.
What's going on here?
Ever since good King Kalen passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
Okay.
Okay.
Too much to do, and not enough time.
Do you need any help?
I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't think we do.
I don't, but my friend does?
Yes.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Can't I just give you the some poultices that I already have?
Apparently not, no.
Elder Miriam has requested that you use your skill with herbs to craft some lesser health poultices for the injured refugees of Lothering. 3 of these should suffice. Refer to her note for specifics.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Yes, I know. Now I'm going to unlock this locked chest right behind you and take your fancy vase. We're the good guys! Alright, let's check out this tavern. Dane's Refuge.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen one?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
So this is why you don't find Liliana in the chantry. She's in the tavern.
Oh, in case anyone hears any crunchy noises in our audio, it's probably because Gwen is playing with her new toy. It's quite crunchy.
Yep, it's a crinkly toy with a squeaker in the center. See, it looks like he wants to fight. I'm happy to oblige. What makes you think we're traitors? I don't need your help, miss. Please stand back. Let's talk about this before things get out of hand.
It looks like you want to fight.
Right, let's make this quick.
More enemies ahead. Enough! No corner shall be.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I don't want them reporting to Loghain. The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Kaelin. Loghain did. They aimed to butcher us. They deserve no mercy. Take a message to Loghain.
Let's do number 2.
Number 2, the Grey Wardens didn't betray King Kaelin. Loghain did.
I was there. The Terran pulled us out of a trap.
Start running right now. The Terran left the king to die. You really are blind. Kill them. Take a message to Loghain.
Take a message to Loghain.
Dear Loghain, eat my ass. Sincerely, the Warden.
What do you want to tell him?
The Grey Wardens know what really happened. He'll pay for what he's done. We're coming for him. He'll have to do better than this.
Oh, they're all so good, man. He'll pay for what he did.
I'll tell him right away. Now, thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
And who are you, anyhow? It's all right. I was happy to save your life. I appreciate what you tried to do. So I see. Where does a sister learn to fight like that? It's time for me to leave.
Number 4. How does a sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
Was? What happened?
And is there something you wanted from me? What does that mean? I am Callian, a pleasure. You can call me Callian if you must.
What does that mean?
I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate.
And is there something you wanted from me? I am Callian, a pleasure. You can call me Callian if you must.
Number 2.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Oh!
Just deciding that, are you?
We're not going to talk about that at all?
I'm sorry, sister, but you are very mistaken. Why so eager to come with me? I will need your help, that's true. And just what help would you be to me? Lie, these men were mistaken. I'm no Grey Warden.
Why are you so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Oh, you talked to the Maker!
The Maker's on my side? Welcome aboard, then. Right, I believe this is where I back away slowly. Can you elaborate? Why should I care what your god wants?
2. I love Liliana, but...
Right, I believe this is where I back away slowly.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
A time when Liliana's conviction was so much more innocent.
I know.
Very well, I will not turn away ill help when it is offered. I need more than prayers, I'm afraid. You feel sorry for the people? Help them here. I don't need your help, sister.
I need more than prayers, man.
I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you.
Very well, I will not turn away help when it is offered. If you feel sorry for the people, help them here, or I don't need your help, sister.
Very well, you.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Alright, we have more than enough people to fill out the party, so now we have to choose who we want to take with us.
I kind of wanted to bring Liliana into the party.
Alright, so that means we have to drop either Alistair, Kiba, or Morrigan.
I don't know.
Right now, our party setup is Rogue, Warrior, Warrior, Mage.
And do we have a bow? Is Liliana better with the bow or with the dual wielding?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think
I've always seen her with a bow.
She's always shown with a bow, but I think in this game she's initially statted for dagger, but when I play, I usually just give her a bow and take away her dagger so that she always uses it and set her to archery, just so I have more range support.
Let's put in Liliana anyways, because we'll probably need to level her up and everything.
Yes, this is true, but who do we take out?
Poor Kiba.
Okay. Aww.
He's a good boy.
Indeed. Excellent. Alright, and Liliana has no level up that she needs to do, but let's check her talents. She is spec'd for archery, but armed with a dagger for some reason.
Do we have a bow we can give her?
I am positive we have a bow, yes. Let's see. Bow. We can give her a short bow, a long bow, or a crossbow.
What's better stat-wise?
Looks like this ash short bow is better than the elm, but the long bow is better than both.
Long bow it is then.
However,
is she not?
No. The crossbows are better than the longbow for damage, critical chance, armor penetration, and range.
I guess we give her the crossbow then? We'll give it a shot and see what happens.
Okay, do we want to also give her this pack of 20 firebolts?
Yeah. It feels weird giving anyone else a crossbow that is not Barrett.
I know, right? Let's give her some... See if we can give her some different armor. No, not currently. We don't have anything she can carry. But, however, let's give ourselves this +1 willpower ring. I really need to find a merchant so I can sell some stuff.
Bartender!
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
Sorry about the mess, classic Han Solo line. I'm not here to make trouble, and what if I am?
Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I'll be going. I don't suppose you have any rooms. Have you heard any rumors? Who were those men I fought exactly?
Who were they?
When Tien Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yes, it is. Of course not. You'll keep that to yourself.
You'll keep that to yourself, yeah, right?
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tien says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
I'll be going. I don't suppose you have any rooms, or have you heard any rumors?
We heard any rumors?
There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rarefied. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe. More likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. Anything else I can get you?
I'll be going. Heard any rumors, or I don't suppose you have any rooms?
Do we need a room?
Not really.
Yeah, let's be going.
Luck speed your way.
I am going to leave the tavern, see if I can't find... Oh, this isn't... That's a dead soldier just hanging out in the back of this tavern. What the hell?
What's going on back here?
Take some coppers.
I love how you can't... Can you talk to her?
Maybe.
As you say.
But first I'm going to rob them blind. Alright. Now let's see if this lady...
I'll not have any elves tracking dirt in. Out.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, she did not.
I'm glad I robbed you. Nothing else I can take. Oh, there's a dude.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Ah, you've got stuff to sell. Show me what you've got. You're out of food? Don't worry about him. I took care of it. Know of any well-paying work in Lothering, or farewell?
You're out of food?
A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Show me what you got. Don't worry about him. I took care of it. You jealous you didn't think of that first? Farewell.
I don't know. What do you think?
Don't worry about him, or you jealous you didn't think of that first?
Hardly. I may be a cantankerous old coot, but I'm not going to beggar everyone comes by for a loaf of bread.
Well, that's good to know. Show me what you've got, because I've got stuff I need to sell. Oh, that's cute. Get rid of this blank vellum. Yeah, look at this. This guy's got some traps. We could if we'd run in here first and bought these traps, we could have just given them to that lady. It makes me so upset. Sell this fancy vase, this engraved silver bowl, this silver chalice, trade benefit, greenstone, quartz, garnet.
Shopping episode.
Unfortunately, yeah, just gotta make room in our inventory. Okay.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Know of any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
Oh, it's this guy. It's the poison guy.
I have dabbled in such things. Poison? Maker's blood. Why do you need poison? Farewell.
I have double.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what I can do. Any idea where I could get ingredients? Farewell.
Any idea where I can get ingredients?
Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Farewell. Let's see what we can do with our poisoner skill. We need toxin extract to make venom. Oh, we can make some deathroot extract.
Do we have to make like a certain number of poisons for the quest?
Farmer Barlin wants to place poisonous traps about his farm to protect the beasties and create a suitable poison for him. 3 flasks of venom should do the trick. Okay, we're gonna need to get the. We're going to need to get at least 3 toxin extracts to give to this guy. Back outside. Alright. Are you ready for one of the
Got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake
Are you ready to see one of the most drastic visual modifications that I have made to this game?
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Well then.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Do not seem a refugee. Are you part of the army?
In the wilds we're eaten, here we starve. Is there no end to our fortune?
Nope.
It's not gonna get any better, dude.
Marade starit, merade twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananesam kyun. You aren't one of my captors. I have
Wait, is
nothing
this
to
it?
say that would amuse you, elf.
Yes.
Leave me in peace.
Why'd you change him?
Sten?
Yeah.
To make him look like a friggin' Kunari. Instead of just big, brown-skinned human. You're a prisoner? Who put you here? What are you? Then I will leave you to your fate.
You're a prisoner?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is, as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
What are you doing all the way down here?
I am Callian, pleased to meet you. And just what are you doing in there? Kunari? I'll leave you alone then.
What's a Kunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
Yep.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I find myself in need of skilled help. What did you do to end up in here? I could give you some food and water. I could end it for you now if you prefer. I'll leave you for now.
What did you do?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
No. Surprisingly, no one else has mentioned this.
I know, right? You'd think this would be one of the big news items in town. Nope, just the Darkspawn. Aren't you interested in seeking atonement? Who did you murder? Are you guilty? Capturing you must have been difficult. How long have you been in here? I'll leave you alone.
Who did you murder and why?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Aren't you interested in seeking... That's horrible! Are you guilty? Capturing you must have been difficult, or how long have you been here?
How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
Are you interested in seeking atonement? That's a long time to live without food or water. Are you guilty? Capturing must have been difficult.
Capturing must have been difficult, man.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't resist capture? Are you guilty? Aren't you interested in atonement?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I'm responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
There hasn't been a reason why he's done it.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Yeah.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement, or I'll leave you alone?
You want to make atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself, so you would prefer to die? I suppose you were right.
So you prefer to die?
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
Hey, come fight Darkspawn with us.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight. Would the revered mother let you free? I am on a quest of great importance. What do you care so long as you're free?
Come fight Darkspawn with us.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Why do you ask? Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
Why deny it?
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free, or I'll leave you for now?
Would she let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Alright, let's go talk to the revered mother. And see if we can't get Stin out of jail.
Gotta release him on parole?
Yeah.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
You see, Alistair, when a man and a woman are really into each other...
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Stin, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Is there any way I can convince you to release him? What did he do? What if this causes an incident with his people? I want him freed. I might have a use for him.
I might have a use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody. Persuade/lie. I've come to return him to his people. Intimidate. I think you should reconsider that stance. Now. I suppose that's a no.
I was thinking you could release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are
I just met him.
unusual
Her.
times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
All right. There should be...
Is there a book or something?
It shall be done.
I thought there was supposed to be a chest that spawned.
Does the chest give you a key or something to let him out?
No, it has special gear for him.
Maybe when you... Is it outside of his cage?
Yes. What can I do for you now? May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Maybe after I release him. But yeah, I also downloaded
As you say.
another mod with Kunari gear first in, so that he's actually looking like a Kunari running around with you.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Alistair is a dick. I love it.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well, I'll let you out. How can you help us exactly? And if I choose to do something else with you?
How can you help us out?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well, I'll let you out. Never mind, you can stay in there.
Fine, we'll let him out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
I guess that will do. And what if I don't lead you to your atonement? And if you annoy me and I decide to kill you? Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us. I don't want your help. You're free to go.
Thank you.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
And now, Sten has joined the party.
Oh, we should have him join our party.
Yes.
Alright, let's... Nothing needs to be leveled up with him. Let's see if now that chest that's supposed to spawn in the Chantry is spawned. Otherwise, Sten's just gonna have to wear normal human people armor, which is sad.
Looks like the mod maybe didn't work.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You dare to bring that Canary here? Get him out! Out!
I sense I am unwanted.
Really, you think?
I apologize, we will go. What's the matter? I only wish to talk. We will go where we like.
What's the matter?
This is intolerable. Leave at once.
All right. We're leaving.
Yeah. Though there are apparently several books that I
It shall be done.
For codex entries. Okay. Well, that's disappointing that that mod seems to have futzed out on me.
Very well.
Which means I have no armor to put him in, I think. Yep. No armor for Sten. Let's see if we can't find
You were
any
in
of
the
that.
chantry. You are a priest?
No, no, I was a lay sister of the chantry.
Which means...
I lived and worked in the chantry, but I did not take any vows.
So you dabbled in priesthood then?
Oh no, the lay sisters don't have the same sorts of duties as priests at all.
So you were not a priest, did none of their duties, and took no vows, but you lived among them?
Yes.
You were a house guest of the chantry?
Sort of.
Liliana was a freeloader.
Yep. And yeah, nothing popped up here by the cage, so
Gotta go collect that elf fruit.
yep.
It shall be done.
What are we attacking?
People, bandits.
I shall do it.
Just hanging out in people's fields.
Got a hiding spot, guys. There's no cover here.
I tried to be merry.
Oh.
Oh no!
Wow, I just got my ass kicked.
So be it.
Oh god, there's more.
As we would do.
Can you revive?
I go.
Revive the warden?
Nope.
That's not something you can do?
Not without the appropriate spells. Morrigan does not know those sorts of spells.
Ah. Alright, I'm okay, guys.
Alright, let's take this injury kit, because right now we are suffering from head trauma.
Oh no.
Which gives you a penalty to willpower. So we're going to take an injury kit. What the,
It's not working?
I forgot I have to right click and hit use. And now that injury is gone. Oh boy. That was embarrassing. Anything I can pick up in this field? No. Didn't even have much loot on their bodies. That's disappointing. Ooh, giant spiders.
Run while you can.
Oh god, no. Yeah, no, please. Really?
All you've got?
I must maintain.
Have you got a spare for your own use? Let us do it quickly.
Alright. Toxin extract.
Now we gotta find find a few more of these to kill for the poison the bartender wants.
Actually, I think we have enough. Yes, we do. You wanted 3. Alright. Made 3 things of venom. go that way.
You just can't jump off cliffs.
Nope. Can't go jumping off of ridiculous heights in this game.
So sad.
All I can say is, I wonder if DA4 will include swimming.
I hope so.
Because, let's face it, jumping and swimming are like the banes of RPG characters.
Some of the concept art they released kind of shows an underwater area.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be interesting.
Don't know if it's going to make it into the final game, of course, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah. Enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some. Hey!
Alright. Back outside.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Just keep your head down.
More elf root. And
It is begun.
With a short bow. Gosh, I wonder what these guys want.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Thank you for the heads up.
I shall do.
Oh god, I'm surrounded.
Do the Benny Hill maneuver.
There is no glory in bloodshed.
Mel, thank you for joining us. We are surrounded by peasants trying to kill us for a bounty.
And they are failing to do it. So.
Luckily for us. The last group of people I tangled with actually managed to knock me
Shall
out.
be done.
Alright. Let's see. How you doing, Mel?
That's what they get for being peasants?
They should have thought about that before they became peasants. More bandits. Oh, and they have dogs with them. Ooh.
Oh no, I hate this. This is having to kill the dog.
Oh god. Archers.
I shall do.
Easter eggs. What are those? Are these like Rice Krispies and chocolate kind of deal?
Now we do battle.
And the cornflakes didn't work out well? Okay, if you took any pictures, I kind of want to see this now.
Very well.
How did the chocolate go grainy?
Grainy chocolate? What?
I'm very confused by this now.
Likewise. Hey, more bandits.
Very well.
I am your have you no concern for your own
full.
Now we get our hands dirty. It is begun.
Alright, good news. We have some decent gear for Sten to wear now.
Yes. Mill, since last time you were here, we have gained 3 new companions.
Yeah, we now have we have Morrigan in our party, Sten of the Barasad, a Kunari, Liliana, a lay sister of the Chantry. Oh, and we have a dog, but he's not in the active party. I think we just killed enough. Yes, we've killed all the bandits. Now we can report back to the Chantry for our payment. This last time we wandered around in the Korkari wilds, collected some Darkspawn blood, found some Grey Warden treaties that we're going to use to recruit help against the Blight.
Why are you here?
What do you mean?
Women are priests, or merchants, or artisans, or farmers. None of those have any place fighting.
I have no idea how to answer this.
It is not done. There is no more to it.
Do you mean your people have no female mages or warriors?
Of course not. Why would our women wish to be men?
What are you talking about? They don't wish to be men.
They shouldn't. That can only lead to frustration.
Sten! No, never mind. Let's drop this.
Now, there's an interesting thing with the Kunari. Culturally, they're very different from the common humanity and elves and basically the Thedas in general. And, like, to the point where instead of names, they have job titles. And that conversation about no women being warriors or mages or anything like that among the Kunari, that's because the Kunari's concept of gender and gender identity isn't tied to biology the way it is that we know it. It's actually tied to occupational identity. To the point where, okay, if you're biologically female among the Kunari and you are a warrior, you're societally considered to be male. It's strange, and I think that explanation that I gave actually is kind of a retcon that was introduced after this game.
100%.
To kind of justify that bit of banter and what later came after in the franchise.
They do a better job of fleshing out the Kunari and Dragon Age Origin, or Dragon Age Inquisition, especially. You get a lot more information from about the Kunari.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more in DA2, but
yeah.
not too much.
Yeah, it honestly, you learn a lot about the Kunari from Sten in Origins in this game, and I don't think you even learn what the Talvashoth are until Awakening.
Yeah.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
That's right. Okay. But like I was saying, before that bit of banter came up, last time we collected some Darkspawn blood, we got some Grey Warden treaties that we're going to try to use to recruit help against the Blight, we submitted ourselves to the Taint, and became Grey Wardens. And now we are on the run because the guy who was supposed to lead the army in help save the king on the battlefield decided to turn tail and retreat, and left us holding the bag.
Low gain!
Low gain! But, okay, we're about to meet the two best characters in the entire franchise that were sadly left out of Inquisition, even though the ending of Dragon Age 2 hinted that they were going to be in Orlais.
Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
You should run while you can.
Very well. It shall be done. As you say.
Oh, and we have a level up. Oh, and we can choose a specialization.
Oh, cool. Already? Wow.
Yeah. We're already level 7. Alright, so we got 3 attribute points to spend. And we can put into strength, dex, willpower, magic, cunning, or constitution.
Let's do cunning.
Cunning, okay.
Dex.
Dex.
Let's do constitution, since you were already knocked out once already.
Alright, specialization. Assassin. Bard. Ranger, or duelist.
Ooh.
Let's see, assassin. Specialization bonus, +2 dexterity and +2.5% critical chance. The assassin finds any notion of fairness a quaint ideal that has no place in combat. Poisons are their weapon of choice, as are crippling strikes that inflict persistent wounds on their foes. As killers, assassins are a marvel of stealth and efficiency. Bard. Specialization bonus, +2 willpower, +1 cunning. Bards follow an Orlesian tradition, acting as assassins, spies, saboteurs, and following other secretive pursuits in the constant and sometimes petty struggles between nobles. Having taken the minstrel's art to new levels, bards are skilled performers and master manipulators. Bards can inspire their allies or dishearten their foes through song and tale. Ranger. Specialization bonus, +1 constitution, +5 nature resistance. Rangers have an affinity for open country and wilderness, but as independent scouts and militia, they are opportunists, not stewards of nature. They exploit every advantage of their environment and can lure wild beasts to attack their foes. Duelist. +2 dexterity, +1 damage per hit. Duelists are deadly combatants who prefer to fight in light armors and strike with light but precise attacks. Experienced duelists have preternatural reflexes that allow them to evade their opponent's clumsy blows, as well as strike with remarkable precision.
I think we need to go duelist.
Duelist?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll get another specialization point when we hit level 14, so. Alright. Talents. You can take below the belt. The rogue delivers a swift and unsportsmanlike kick to the target, dealing normal combat damage as well as imposing penalties to defense. You can go stealthy item use. The rogue has learned how to use items while sneaking. We can take our first point in Duelist, which is the Dueling Sustained mode. Duelist focuses on proper form, gaining a bonus to attack while the mode is active. Keen Defense adds a bonus to defense while in this mode. I think Keen Defense is the 3rd tier talent for that tree. Or we can take Dual Striking, the sustained mode for the dual weapon fighting.
Let's take the duelist one.
Alright, dueling. Alright, we are all leveled up now. Let's go ahead and activate our sustained mode now.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
2 best characters in the entire series. Bodan and Sandal Fedek.
Oh, sandals.
You're welcome. Just how obliged exactly? I wasn't trying to save you, trust me.
You're welcome.
My name's Bodan Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Remember what I said about how the proportions of dwarves in this game are even weirder than than the elves. I doubt you want to travel with a Grey Warden. It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along. I'm not going the same way. Trust me. King's business, I'm afraid.
Might be a bit complicated.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Enchantment.
Enchantment. Right, I think that's everything. There's still jobs on the Chanter's board that I missed?
Apparently.
Let's go back and find out.
Oh, we still have to find that boy's mother.
Yeah, she's long gone.
Oh. So that was the quest to get him to go away from the bridge? Or?
I don't know.
I'm very confused by that.
I don't remember exactly. I'm still really disappointed that chest didn't spawn. I can't figure out for the life of me why not. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There are more quests on the Chanter's board. When bears attack, on behalf of Fed the farmer and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood, to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Enith. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family.
Bears are an abomination!
As Chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us all.
You heard it here, people. The Chantry have called bears an abomination.
It's a good thing Courtney isn't in our chat right now.
I know.
A last keepsake. A thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times. The Chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the Chanter will compensate this kindness with the sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. All right. So that was the deal with the boy's mother. So
let's go kill some bears.
So, yeah. Look, they're already conveniently posted on our map.
Sweet. And they're not too far from each other.
Yeah. Just gotta head past the windmill.
I love that windmill.
Oh, look. Wolves.
Well, I thought we were fighting bears.
That's a lot of wolves.
Oh,
that is a lot of wolves. Oh my god.
Why are there so many wolves? Why are they all attacking us?
Stin's just over there having the time of his life.
More wolves!
See, how many wolves can we fit on the screen at one time? That's a lot of dead wolves.
Oh my God. And you don't get like their pelts or anything, or?
Nope, none of them dropped a pelt.
What about lyrium? Remember we fought wolves before that were dropping lyrium.
I know, that was the weirdest thing, but nope, no wolves jacked up on lyrium here. Alright.
Oh, I think the wolves got her.
I definitely think the wolves got her. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake. Alright, moving right along.
Time to go fight some bears. Those abominations.
Bears! Luckily, these aren't Inquisition bears.
They're no hinterland bears. Why is that bear charging at us?
That bear was activating its rage, apparently. Oh! Okay.
It's fine.
I thought it was another one that came rushing in off screen to mess with us. Okay. I think that's all the bears. Yeah. Back to the chanter.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, if you were gonna build a Grey Warden in, like, D&D 5th edition,
Oof.
would the Grey Wardens be, like, a paladin oath? Or would it just be a background? A custom background to take?
I think I would want to build them out as a paladin oath, honestly. But then that begs the question of what is the creature type of the Darkspawn?
Undead.
See, that's really tricky because there are undead in Dragon Age that are not Darkspawn.
Aberrants?
Aberration?
Aberrations?
Yeah, I could see Darkspawn being aberrations.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Anything else? Nope. Alright. No more quests on the Chanter's board. I think that's it. I'm gonna look inside the church one last time to see if maybe I can find that chest. And then we're gonna head along the Imperial Highway to our next destination. Nope. Still no chest full of gear for Sten. He's sad. But, not gonna waste any more time on it. We're going to head out and continue our adventure.
To adventure!
Now that we have completely depopulated Lothering of its wolves.
And bears. It's abomination bears.
and bandits.
And bandits.
And peasants.
We did scare off a bunch of peasants.
We didn't just scare off a bunch of peasants. We slaughtered a bunch of peasants. We have done half the Darkspawn's work for them.
Doing the good work of the Maker.
I'd like to understand that the Qunari have their own mages as well. Is this so?
You would not understand.
Not understand? Is it mental capacity that you believe I lack? Or are you worried I will sympathize with my so-called brethren?
Take your pick.
Is that supposed to make me angry?
It means I find myself wishing that your people held proper, civilized attitudes towards magic.
That is a rather hostile thing to say.
And yet you continue speaking. Astonishing.
Let me remind you what the Qunari's view on magic is. They're mages. They have their mouths sewn shut.
And they're leashed and collared and bound. Qunari view magic as the most dangerous tool in the box.
It's literally, they take the speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil approach with their mages.
All right. Okay. Gather our party and venture forth. Okay. Now, this is where the story starts to branch. We get to choose our next destination.
Ooh.
We can go to Redcliffe, the Circle Tower. Oh, cutscene.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real. Must have been something I ate. Why are you bothering me? I'm fine.
It seemed so real.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde. We feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon? Is that the dragon? Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that? Are these dreams going to happen a lot?
Are these dreams happening a lot?
It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
I'm not frightened. Any other surprises I should know about? You could have told me earlier. Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
Any other surprises?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay. We are in the party camp, where we can talk to our party members, learn more about each of them, and also we've got a few side quests waiting for us as well.
Okay, question, because
Yes.
we talked about branching paths now.
Yes.
Where do we go to meet Zevran?
Meet Zevran. Zevran actually meets us.
When? After what event?
I want to say we don't meet Zevran until we complete after the first main quest we complete.
Okay. I want to start my elf romance.
I know. But look, you have an Alistair.
I don't want the golden retriever.
Aww.
He's a sweet marshmallow, but elf.
But as I was saying before, we can go to either Redcliffe Village, the Circle Tower, the Brazilian Forest, or Orzammar.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling Redcliffe to start with.
Okay, the thing about Redcliffe.
Okay.
Once you start Redcliffe, you have to finish it.
Okay.
Because if you enter Redcliffe, start talking to some people, and then leave and go someplace else, it'll be wiped off the map.
Oh no.
Because they're currently facing some troubles of their own.
Okay.
So if we don't finish Redcliffe, it'll get the Lothering treatment.
Oh, wait, do we have to be a certain level?
No. It's most of my playthroughs. Redcliffe is usually the first place I actually go.
Oh, okay. So then, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah. It can be a little tricky though, because there are certain people that you're have to deal with that you want to be able to persuade to do things for you.
Okay.
And also, depending on who you take, you can either gain or lose a lot of favor with your party members.
Oh no.
So,
we might have to look up a walkthrough for this part.
not necessarily. I do intend to look up the dialogue walkthrough for Stin, because he's super interesting, but he's really hard to get to open up to you.
Okay.
If you don't choose the exact right dialogue choices, you can just absolutely negate him ever talking to you again throughout the entire game. That happened to me in my very first playthrough.
That actually reminds me of what happened to me when I played Dragon Age Inquisition for the first time. I had like no relationship with Iron Bull because I kept giving all the wrong responses.
Yep, yeah. If you answer one of Stin's questions the wrong way, he'll just completely shut you out for the rest of the game. Even if you use gifts to bump his approval rating up.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, it's So yeah, talking to Stin, I'm going to be looking up the dialogue trees for him. Other than that, is there anyone you want to talk to at the camp before we set out?
Let's talk to Liliana.
Okay, we can talk to Liliana.
I hope we don't accidentally romance her.
We might.
Oh, I know.
She's very easy to ninja-mance.
Oh.
Yes?
I'd like to talk. I think you should go. Nothing, never mind.
I like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours. What was life in the Chantry? What was life like in the Chantry Cloister? What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry? Let's just move on.
This vision of yours is weird.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
What then? So it's just a dream. Why say it's a vision? You dreamed of the Blight? That doesn't mean anything.
You dreamed of the Blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
That's just wishful thinking, Liliana. And this made you want to help me? Did you hear voices? I don't need your Maker interfering in my life.
Did you hear voices?
No, not voices. It's not so simple. He spoke directly to my soul, in a language no human tongue can express. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker has left us. The Blight is the Maker's punishment. Would you defy him? I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
I got 2 approval from Liliana.
Cool, let's go talk to Morgan.
Okay. Morgan likes to keep her distance from the party.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something. I'd like to discuss something personal. Never mind.
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer? Did you grow up in the Korkari wilds? Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry? Is Flemeth really what she seems to be? Never mind.
Is Flemeth what she really seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
An elven god?
An old woman? A powerful Maleficar? A nutty old bat? Human?
A powerful Maleficar.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I've heard a little of it. I'm more interested in the truth. Spare me the bedtime stories.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting. All right, but make it quick. And the point would be, no thanks.
That'd be interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this? Yes, I've heard this part. Not true, then?
Just how long ago?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Sold his wife to another man? Flemeth must have been angry. Seemed like a fair deal.
Sold his wife? What?
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
She spoke to spirits or demons? But wasn't she now married to a wealthier man? So she truly loved Osen then?
Was it true love?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Of course Flemeth would say that. Which she never invaded or he never defeated her. Even my people have heard of Cormac.
Too.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Do you believe her version? How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long? The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? An interesting story, thank you. That all sounds like hogwash.
Do you believe her?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long? Legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? An interesting story, thank you. That all sounds like hogwash.
How'd she survive this long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Legend tells of Flemeth's daughters. Abominations are usually insane. Interesting story. Hogwash.
Flemeth's daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
An interesting story, thank you. Or, that all sounds like hogwash.
An interesting story.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
I don't know, my mother was pretty abominable. My mother died when I was born. There is nothing really to say about her. I love her. What else do you want to know? Keep your curiosity to yourself. What do we want to tell her about our mother?
I love her. She said, because her mother sounds like a badass.
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Aww.
Oh no, we made her sad.
We got 5 approval from her, though.
That's good.
Okay. Do we want to talk to anyone else? We can talk to Bodan and Sandal. We can talk to this guy, Levi Dryden. We can talk to Sten. We can talk to Alistair. We can talk to Dog.
Well, I don't want to talk to Sten because of the, we haven't looked at the walkthrough yet.
Yeah.
For his dialogue, so we don't want to screw that up.
Yeah.
So let's talk to Bodan and Sandal.
Oh, okay.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves. Let me see your wares, Bodan. Have you been following us? What are you selling exactly?
What are you selling?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
You're free to stay. Let me see your wares. Or have you been following us?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. Let's see. Some weapon. And let's see, an axe we can't afford. A magic staff we can afford. Some armor.
Oh, we get new armor for Liliana.
A collar for the dog. There's no armor, just boots and gloves right now. Some accessories. Hailstone, plus 5% cold damage. Ember, plus 5% fire damage. A belt for plus 2% ranged critical chance. Dwarven Merchant's Belt increases monetary gain. That sounds pretty darn nice, actually. Dalish Hunter's Belt, plus 0.75 stamina regeneration in combat. Dalish Pendant, 10% nature resistance. Parval and Willstone, plus 2 willpower. Spell Ward, we can't afford that. Other... Ooh, Tome of Physical Technique and Tome of Arcane Technique. We'll need to save up for those. Give you extra, I think extra talents and that you can spend on stuff. Runes. They have the special companion gifts and pranks from the DLC. Ooh, a backpack. We're definitely getting the backpack.
Need more storage.
Yes. Crafting items. And that's pretty much it. Let's see, anything we can sell? Sell this sapphire. Nothing we want to sell here. Oh, we do have some... We have obtained armor that we can give to Liliana, though. Need the inventory. Her chantry robe has some pretty nice effects. Yeah. That's the armor you decided to... That's Liliana's armor right there.
Yep.
Or we could put her back in the chantry robe.
Kind of like her better in the chantry robe.
We can leave the gloves and boots on for now.
Yeah.
And provide a little bit of extra armor to her. Let's see.
The armor design in the other two games are so much better.
They are. I won't deny it, they are.
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do? I want some enchanting done. I'd like to see what other goods you have.
What enchantment can he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy? Enchantment! And there you have it.
Unfortunately, we don't have any weapons or armor that can take runes right now, so that'll have to wait till later.
Yeah, it sounded like a later levels kind of deal.
Yeah. But that at least clears the quest marker on him.
Yeah, what about this guy's quest marker?
This guy, okay.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Callian. I've never heard of you. Duncan never mentioned you. You know Duncan?
Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each
I
other.
only knew him for like a day.
But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you? How did you know Duncan? I have pressing matters to attend to. Farewell!
Oh, what was his promise?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
It's a bit more to it than that, but we'll learn that when we carry out this quest. Just tell me what I need to know. What happened next? That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
That's a bit drastic.
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Please tell me what I need to know. I'm surprised you kept your name. So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
So what favor?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Couldn't you just go there by yourself? I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
I've never even heard of it.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
What do you need from me? Why didn't Duncan help you? How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens? I'll have to think about this. Farewell.
How will reclaiming the peak help us?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you. Let's go to Soldier's Peak. What do you need from me? Why didn't Duncan help you? I'll have to think about this.
Why didn't Duncan help him?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new Wardens and meeting with good King Kaelin. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
I mean, that's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. Let's go to Soldier's Peak. What do you need from me? I'll have to think about it.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Family's faith will be rewarded. Let's go to Soldier's Peak. I'll think about it.
Well, I don't want to go right now.
Oh, this won't trigger it. We have to use the overworld map to get there, like any other place.
Okay, well, let's go then.
Let's go to Soldier's Peak.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
There. Alright. That just leaves Sten and Alistair to talk to in the camp, or we can move on.
Let's talk to Alistair.
Okay.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan? I'd like to ask you something.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
Seriously, there's this guy standing over there talking about how well he knew Duncan. Did you know anything about this?
Seriously? I just thought you might need to talk. That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss. He was like a father to you, I understand. Good, I don't want you falling apart again.
Number 2?
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
No harm done. There's no need to apologize. Yes, well, let's forget about it. Just don't let it happen again.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other Grey Wardens? He had you. That's an excellent idea. I doubt you'll get the chance.
That's an excellent idea.
I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
I've lost enough to know what you're going through. I saw plenty of death in the alienage. I'd rather not talk about it, to be honest.
1.
Yes, I imagine you really have, haven't you? Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Anytime, Alistair. Maybe I'll go to High Ever with you when you go. He was a friend of mine, too. Let's get going.
Anytime.
+4 approval.
Sweet. Well, do you want to talk to Dogo?
Oh, why, you little...
What? Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again? Are you harassing my dog?
What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
There's hardly any blood, Deron. Still, he shouldn't have. It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off. Good boy. Teach that silly Alistair a lesson. Bad dog. That's not very nice. Well, he is a war dog.
That was just a warning bite.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
What a good boy.
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Aww. Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish. If you've had it and didn't know it, it probably was tasty. I'd never feed you another human being.
One, don't listen to Alistair.
Hey!
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
He wags his tail.
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He means well. Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into the... Oh!
Oh, burn.
Oh, damn! I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones. Why doesn't he share his food with me?
Why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
I can't believe it gave you the option to tell Morrigan she had a stinky cooch. Don't do it again. You're a war dog, not a nursemaid. You heard the lady. It was a gift. You can just throw it away. You can't just throw it away like that.
You heard the lady.
Aww.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Aww.
Apologize.
I think you hurt his feelings. You're a mean lady. That dog is too smart for his own good.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Well, at least she's honest. Low menacing growl. Vicious growl. What is all this racket? Watch Stin and Kiba or back away slowly.
Just watch him.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Happy bark.
That's cute.
I love all the little mini cutscenes with the dog. Kiba digs furiously in the ground at your feet. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Stop that, you're making a mess. Bad dog, ignore Kiba.
Trying to find a way through the earth?
Happy bark, he goes back to digging. It's going to take some time, you know. Oh, don't be silly, you'll just mess up the campsite. Alright, have fun then.
It's gonna take some time.
Short bark, he continues digging. Well, good luck with that then.
Have fun digging to the deep
He
roads.
ignores you and keeps digging.
That was cute.
Bounces around you, barking excitedly. Pet Kiba.
Pet him.
Rolls around happily on your back.
Penny robes.
You're so cute. Okay.
Okay, well, I think this is a good spot to call it because, going into Redcliffe.
I can get us to Redcliffe and save right inside the entrance of that map, and then we can call it.
Okay.
It is begun.
Okay. Who do we want to bring with us into Redcliffe?
Well, Alistair.
Yes.
Morgan, because she's our only mage.
Indeed.
Fair.
Liliana?
Okay.
Indeed.
Range support?
Yeah.
Alright, yep. Look at all these areas that opened up. Got Dinnerim, we got Soldier's Peak, we got the Brazilian Forest, we got Lothering, we can go back to Plymouth's Hut. You got Ban Loren's lands. These densely wooded lands provide much of the timber. Lake Callanhead Docks, Redcliffe Village, Sulker's Pass, and the Frostback Mountains.
I love the Frostback Mountains.
Alright, but you said you wanted to head to Redcliffe Village, a fishing village on the shores of Lake Callanhead. Okay, looks like we made it without hitting a random encounter.
That will happen?
Yes, this game has random encounters as you travel along the roads. Later in the game,
can we talk for a moment?
It can get kind of tedious.
I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind? I'm not going to like this, am I? Let me guess, you're an idiot. Can it wait?
What's on your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you? Why? Are you his son? I hope this isn't something sordid.
I think you mentioned something about him raising you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Dun dun dun! What? You don't think you might have told me this before? So, you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard? Doesn't that make you the heir to the throne? Why did you wait to tell me this?
Yeah, doesn't that make him the heir?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand. I can't believe you were so stupid. You still should have told me. Does Loghain know?
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Did she know the truth about you? What an awful thing to do to a child. That sounds like a bunch of whining. You were probably luckier than most orphans.
2.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you are an heir to the throne, right? Why keep it a secret now? You were young. And you think the Arl will help us?
And you think the Arl will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Aren't you? As you command, my prince. That's not really what you think, is it? And what does that make me?
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Alright, and on that revelation is where we're going to end it for the night. I want to thank everyone who joined us. If you liked it, come back next Friday. We'll be streaming more of Dragon Age Origins at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go usually from 7 to 10. And all of our artwork is done by Hitokiri Chibi. Our logo is designed by Milmino. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Allison.
And you can find us on Twitter at @burnt_loaf. Thank you all very much for joining us, and have a good day or evening or whatever it is, wherever you happen to be.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.